Hi guys, Farbricks here, coming to you with another video. In today's video, I will be showing you guys another couple of mocks. This is of course the Barc Speeder or Clone Speeder bike, seen throughout the Clone Wars and Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith. Now, before we dive into these builds here, I do have linked to instructions to all 6 versions of the Barc Speeder in the description below, as well as later in the comments below. But yes, like I said, free of charge, they're free, so obviously you can go and build them, and there's 5 versions including the 212th, normal, 501st, Coruscant Guard, and the 104th Attack Battalion version. Now, diving straight in, this Barc Speeder is relatively simple. Due to a lack of pieces, I only have 2 of the versions here. You of course have your 501st version and your Coruscant Guard version, each having a slightly different design, as this one was modified from the 501st Battle Pack version and this one's just using regular old pieces. But the one that we'll be diving into today will be the Coruscant Guard version, which is the one that comes with the instructions. It's relatively simple, the instructions, there's nothing too tricky or anything like that. Well, at least I hope not, but yeah, diving straight in, there are a couple of finicky parts in this build, and that would include these side pieces on the side here. I don't know what they're exactly for in the actual vehicle, but they're there and they're only attached by one stud, meaning that they will easily come off. But the general design here is just lots of grey and dark grey, as well as a few hints of a certain colour. Of course, on Guard version you have the red version, 501st is obviously blue and so on, but the general design here I tried getting as accurate as possible to minifigure scale without it having any stress on the pieces. So in other words, it's a simple design. As you can see, there is a minifigure sitting on the bike here. He's just chilling out, and his hands are actually held onto the handlebars here, which are made using a couple of bar pieces, as well as a couple of those blaster pieces that you see with Jango Fett. But towards the front here, there's also one of these joints here that kind of just make that nice little bit of detail that you would usually see in the front of it. There's also one of these pieces here. I'm not entirely sure what they're called, but I'm pretty sure they're like your bar clip pieces, and now this thing falls apart, but yeah, there we go. Normally I cut that out, but yeah. Towards the back here, we can obviously see these parts here. They're simply attached using one of these, I think they're Technic clip, well not Technic clip, Technic hole pieces here, where you have a Technic rod running through, and it just attaches like that. It's a Technic axle piece, and then on the top here you also have a couple of blaster pieces that are relatively easy to find. You can replace them with these blasters if you so wanted to, but the cost of this should be relatively low. Towards the back here we also have a thruster here that's just simulated using a 1x1 circular trans blue piece, which is just attached on the top here. Now this part right here, the cheese wedge there, had to be integrated. I know it's not in the actual design itself, but it had to be integrated in order to fit in the Phase 1 clone helmets, because they just kind of get stuck there if it was just a flat tile, and you wouldn't be able to fit a minifigure on it. But in order to get a minifigure on it, you obviously have to attach them to the handlebars, which can be a little bit finicky, but once you have him on, he is not going anywhere. And then obviously his legs attached to those 2 studs here on the seat, which are in brown, as well as a couple of slopes here to make it a really nice seat design. And you just set him in like that, and he sits nice and secure. Let's get into the final part of this video. But yeah guys, that's going to be it for this video. Of course, if you do like the content you see here, please comment and subscribe. And yeah, like I said, the instructions are in the description below, just in case any of you missed that. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. I'm Infernal. Peace out.